Hi everyone, welcome to the Great American Stash Bash. At the end of each month we are doing cards. This is hosted by Heather's Handmade Haven. I always want to say something different, sorry Heather. And this month was June is summer all occasion cards. Now she also does a tags on the 10th, but I am no longer participating in that because I make tags sometimes for my embellishments and other things, and I just don't use tags that often, so I am not going to do that anymore, but I am continuing with the card one. So summer could be a lot of things, and for me, you know, it'd be like well, I wrote a whole list, like different types of flowers, the beach, fishing, butterflies, lightning bugs, walking and bicycling, sandals and flip-flops, that kind of stuff. But I seem to be in a flower mode, so, and also I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, in case you didn't know. I'm sure most of you do. So we were challenged on my the team page I'm a part of, not my little team, but the upper level team. Anyway, we were given a sketch and said if we did this by a certain date, we get a little embellishment or something. So I made this card for both purposes, and what I used for, I made two other cards also, so don't leave yet. I used the Celebrate Sunflowers bundle, and I used this stamp and this Thanks a Bunch and the related die to it. I didn't use the bigger dies this time. I also used Daisy Lane. I used the medium daisy and I stamped it twice in I stamped off twice in Daffodil Delight, and that's it on that, I think. And then the medium daisy punch I used for the two that I stamped, plus a plain white one here, and layered them up. And then all these banners are scraps, oops, sorry, and I flagged them with the triple banner punch, or banner triple punch, I guess they call it. I'm sorry, it's number 138292, and some paper, designer paper. Gosh, everything's falling today. Out of the Flowers for Every Season pack of paper, which I've cut into quite a bit of it, so it's kind of a mess. I keep them in these job order folders for the 6x6, and I keep all my scraps in there too, and that way if I need any from that I can get to them easily. So that's what I used. And also Bumblebee cardstock and Misty Moonlight, which are two of the new In Colors cardstock. And so I stamped in Misty Moonlight on this. This is a 1" by you know, actually I'm not going to go over the details of how to make it because I have this up on my blog already. If you're interested in knowing how to make it, I give all the dimensions, and also there's a link to all the products there as well. So that is the first card, because this is not my design per se, it's a sketch from my upline. So I'm sure it's her design, but this is my variation of it. And then these, I'll just tell you, are the new In Color oops, enamel dots, and they're in Misty Moonlight. I just put 3 on of that. I have another pack, thank goodness, because I'm getting low on these already. Anyway, so that's my first card, and then I was in flower mode, like I said, and then I continued with the daisy. Now, this is on thick Whisper White. This and the next one are not on my blog yet, but I will put them out there. Well, they may be by the time this video goes up on the 30th. So I used the Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder, which is new. It's part of the Peony collection, or Sweet collection, in the new annual catalog. I love it. I don't know if you can see the texture on there. There you go. This I stamped from the stamp set. It's this daisy here, and this stem I stamped in Granny Apple Green. This is stamped in Daffodil Delight, and I fussy cut those guys. I glued the stem down onto this, which is Daffodil Delight. Now here I actually had a little bit bigger piece, but I stamped all over with this daisy in Daffodil Delight, and then I didn't like it that big, so I cut it. And then this, one of my favorite die sets now, the Tasteful Label dies, I used the larger stitched scalloped circle, and I stamped in Granny Apple Green. Oh, this I backed on Granny Apple Green, so I believe this is 2 inch by 4 inch, so this is 2 1/4 inch by 4 1/4 inch. And this I also colored in once I stamped it with light Granny Apple Green, because the stamp looks a little dark. And this one I'm pretty sure I did full strength Daffodil Delight. And then this ribbon is part of the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack. I know it was on back order or not orderable status. I can't remember which. If it was on back order, it might be one of the ones that was due to come in soon. So just check if you like it. It's really a nice ribbon. It's really soft. It's sort of like a tight gauze, but it's not rough like gauze, and it sort of has shiny edges on it. Really pretty, really pretty. It is a little wider. It's like a 3/8 inch ribbon or 1/2 inch ribbon, something like that. I didn't write the measurements down on this, so I'm not sure. Anyway, and I just did put it around with the Seal Plus, which holds ribbon, right? I assembled the whole top first, ran that around, and then I did a fake bow, which wants to twist on me, so I had to play with that a little bit. But yeah, there's my fake bow. And then inside I also did the embossing. This is a piece of Whisper Away. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. This one then is 3 3/4 by 5. I again stamped that same daisy, and I stamped in Granny Apple Green, It's Your Time to Shine. So really pretty. And the last one I did, floral one, I put on Daffodil Delight cardstock. I did not dry emboss. This is another piece of paper out of the same pack as this, which is Flowers for Every Season. It's the sunflowers and daisies on a background of just jade. And then here's the other piece that I cut off of this, and that was the daisy stamped in Daffodil Delight. I had 2 strips left over from when I cut this, so I didn't waste them. I just tacked them down under this daisy. The daisy is again done like this one, only this one I stamped off. This one I did full strength. I did a layer of Daffodil Delight, a layer of Whisper White, and another layer of Daffodil Delight. Layered them, glued them together, and popped them up on dimensionals. And before I glued all this down, I stamped Smile in Just Jade and Friend all down this side in varying locations. This little butterfly is new this year. It's in what color is this? Pretty Peacock. And so I just used one of those faceted little butterflies, and then these gems are from the Peony collection. They're called Elegant Faceted Gems. I used sort of the pearlized white ones. I put a larger one in the center of the daisy, and 2 smaller ones on the background surface. So those are my floral cards, because flowers are blooming. It's so pretty out when it's not raining. And since I'm staying at home a lot lately, I'm thinking just more about flowers than I am about the shore and stuff. However, I do intend to do some nautical and seashore type theme cards. So come back and keep watching my channel, and you'll see those soon too. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. Use the hashtag, the Great American Stash Bash. It might just be Try it with I don't remember. It'll be below the video which way it is. I can't remember if it has the on it or not when we do the hashtag. But you can use that because it's kind of an informal collab to find anyone else that's participating. And some people are participating on Instagram and Facebook only, and others of us are doing the YouTube mostly. These will all, this one's already on my blog. These two will be on my blog soon. If they're not there already by the time this airs, I think they will be there. Hope you enjoyed that, and I can't wait to see what everyone else made, and I will talk to you again soon. Hugs, love, and peace.